Welcome back, everybody. It's been a bit, but we're jumping back into session 6 of Stranded. Before I turn it over to Keith, I do want to shout out a couple of things. Well, I've got my background on so you can't see it, but this month, let me see if the camera is not going to work. But this month is our game of the month is Alien for this month. So join us next Wednesday, the 26th, I believe, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We're running through the Alien system. It's based off the Ridley Scott films. It's a perfect kind of sci horror game, so I'm pretty stoked for it. And from what I've heard, the system's pretty lethal, so expect a few PC deaths on this side. So come check that out. Also, this Friday, I just found my wife has plans, so I'm doing some type of stream. I'm leaning towards doing a Strider mode stream with the One Ring, the Lord of the Rings system, but I haven't decided yet. Just finished up the Rings of Power, but kind of a Lord of the Rings mood. But I think that's everything. So I'm gonna turn it over to Keith.
All right, so welcome back, everyone. It's been a little while now. So we'll go ahead and do maybe a little bit of recap of the entire the campaign on how we got here. And so we started with the Genesis, which is the ship that everyone was flying on, crash landed on this unknown planet. They were able to kind of set up and establish themselves, even build a farm and some settlements with the local colonists or the population that lived on the ship. And everything seemed to be going pretty well until so the engineer, Zazimir, had sent the group up to put down some antennas to try to triangulate, to try to figure out where they were at. And as they were kind of traveling around putting up these antennas, they ran into some strange creatures, kind of worm like creatures. And so they had notified kind of the captain and the rest of the crew that these creatures were about and they were lethal. They went out to some of the surrounding farmlands and the farmers to kind of check on them, and they found out that these worms were kind of encroaching on their settlement and starting to attack some of the outward farmers and settlers around the region. Uh, so they kind of set up a nice security posture, but another kind of strange event happened in that a signal started appearing on the planet, a planet to this point that no one knew any um, modern civilization or technology exists. You had found that there was a local primitive, population, but there was no technology. So the group went out to investigate. When they got there, they found a few structures that appeared very old, maybe before kind of the cataclysm, kind of old Republic era at this point. And so they went inside, did a little investigating. They found that there was a corporation and they were on the planet. They were doing some research, but there was no one left around. But they did find some data files, some other kind of clues to what was going on, some containers that were broken that looked like they had housed some creature for research purposes. And bringing that back, they ran into another primitive society on the planet. This one wasn't so friendly. They had tried to capture the group to bring them to what they had considered their god, and they noticed it was an emblem of one of those worm-looking creatures. So they were able to escape from the primitives on the planet, make it back. Upon kind of analyzing the data they had found, they had actually broken down that there were these kind of worms on the planet. They were being researched, and that there was a few different kinds of worms. There were some smaller ones that are more scoutish, some bigger ones that are kind of more brutish, and then there were a few other ones that maybe a little bit more deadly that they hadn't seen yet. And so as they're kind of doing this research, and Zazimir, the chief engineer, is helping them do this, the captain didn't check in. He had gone south to investigate maybe another place for the settlement to move, and went kind of radio silence. Now, part of this is the radios have been kind of going in and out for a while now. As there's kind of another event going on in the planet in the background, there's this, what they refer to as the eclipse that is approaching. And when that happens, the moon aligns in a way that it's going to block out the sun for a prolonged period of time. And it's going to cause some disruptions with maybe the water levels or the sea levels of the surrounding lands and some other events that are kind of unknown exactly what will happen. And as this is kind of approaching, it's causing radio disruptions. And so we get back to our captain gone missing and the radio silence, and the crew had found that where they were traveling was quite dangerous. And the previous corporations that was there wouldn't even attempt land travel through that area. So they decided that they'd go and try to find out what had happened to the captain. So they set out on their adventure, and as they kind of approach, they found what looks like remnants of the captain's kind of group, kind of a couple tents around. He had brought a sizable contingent down with him, but they didn't find anyone remaining at the camp. There was definitely some type of like skirmish or fight. And as they were kind of stumbling around and setting up cook fires, playing on their banjos, making some maybe unnecessary noise, they were attacked by the local creatures in the area, which turn out to be large spiders.
I
And
still love the. Oh, sorry.
oh, no, no, go ahead.
I still love the gag of all of us like lining up for a group picture for this camp. And the moment the picture goes off, it's like you can see the spiders like ambushing, and
They
we're
like
just
photo
completely
bombed you.
unaware. Yeah.
Yep. And so that fight wasn't necessarily going great. But we're going to take a step back and we're going to do a little bit of a flashback. And in this session, we're going to get to find out exactly what happened with the captain. And then after that, then we'll flash back forward and finish the fight to see if the group survives. And I'm going to be honest, I'm rooting for the group. But if this is Vegas money, I don't know if I'm going with it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But having said that, so the group is going to start up, and you're going to get to take control of. There are 4 guards or soldiers that are with the captain and his crew. They are Antelli, Ezzy, Jack, and Nath. And this crew is a little odd in the sense that they're from nowhere. They have lived in space their entire life. All they've ever known is kind of the travel and the Genesis. A little oddball. And they kind of are known to skirt the rules a little bit. They are actually, what do you call it when there's 4 of them? Quadruplets?
I think so.
Quintuplets? They were all born at the same time. They're twins, but there's 4 of them. Uh, and so they don't know, and so they were kind of raised on the ship with the other crews and the captain and the other folks kind of raising them and bringing them along, and this is all they've known their entire life, and they don't follow the rules as they should, but they're pretty good, so they kind of get away with things, and the captain kind of has a soft spot for them. So you'll get to kind of take over those 4 individuals, and we're going to play through maybe a little bit of scenario, and this is going to be a little bit of theater of the mind. So we're probably going to stay away from the maps for a little bit, and it'll be a little bit of theater of the mind, a little bit of RP, a little bit of a skill challenge type scenario, and we'll play through to see if we can figure out what happened to the captain. Um, and if the group is kind of able to help out. All right. Does anyone kind of jump in and add anything? I went through a lot of that quick or questions. I know it's been a long time.
No questions to me, but I call Nath.
All right, Nathadis,
Dibs on Jack.
Jack. All right, so we got Ezzy and Telly.
And Telly, I guess.
Ezzy it is.
You're on mute, Casper.
Yeah, you're super on mute there, bud.
All right.
All right.
And so all four of them are kind of the same. They're more like scouts. So you kind of are used to moving quickly, quietly, equipped with sniper rifles. And so you've been kind of serving as kind of the forward scout to kind of lead the way and point. And so now we come back and you've gone through the forest. You just want to be out of here. Like, this is a creepy forest. You've been here for too long. You come back, you see the captain breaking down his tent. Another half-day journey tomorrow morning. You'll probably be out of here. And thankful to finally get out of this dark and gloomy place. But as you're kind of coming back from scouting ahead and kind of clearing the path for the next day, the sergeant comes up to you, Sergeant Savru, who you've known your entire life. He's got a little bit of a soft spot for you, but at the same time, kind of annoys him that you don't play by the rules and you get away with it. And so he kind of comes up, and as you're coming back, he goes, and so the first one we'll just say is Intelli comes back first. Intelli, get your boys. Captain specifically requested operation for you guys, and he kind of turns to the side and spits a little bit, and he goes, we need to get these comms working. I think there's a hill a couple miles back. I want you to go up on there and see if you can get a better signal.
Man, I'm tired of these woods. All right. I'll go gather them up and we'll get going.
And so the sergeant kind of he'll give you like a map of where he thinks that you might get a better signal, and he'll kind of just wander away.
I'm surprised Sarge had time to draw this up. All right.
But they got us doing now.
Well, we're playing radio technicians apparently.
Don't know why we had to draw the short straw. They could have got that crazy robot from camp and had to do this.
Yeah. Well, maybe I guess they just want it done right.
But they're sending us.
Yeah. Yeah, they're sending
we
us
ain't
out.
destroyed no speeder yet. No, I gotta work on another voice.
I know that voice is perfect.
Yeah,
Got to go with it now.
Yeah. All right.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. Can't we just like climb one of these trees and say, well, we did the best we could do? Do we really gotta go through more of this woodlands? I'll go be perfectly clear. I thought I liked trees. I like this place.
Yeah, I've seen enough trees for a lifetime. And I don't know about you, but I've seen the kind of things live in those woods. I don't want to know what lives in the trees.
Wait, what is
Sergeant always double checks us anyway. We climb the tree,
Yeah.
put it up there, and he'd be riding our ass and make us get it down and put it in the hill.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Chris, you right.
all right. Well, get your stuff and let's get going, I guess.
All right. As you kind of pack up to get ready to go, you kind of pretty easy track. At this point, you haven't seen anything. You guys have observed that there's webs in the trees. You guys kind of know what's around, but it's very strange. You haven't seen any spiders or actually any creatures of any time, and you guys have been scouting ahead this whole time. You just haven't seen anything, and it's been eerie. Let's just say quiet. Like
Would you say
No,
it's too quiet? Oh,
These
man.
webs that we see, do they have any how you say victims caught in the web that have been spun up so that they may not be for later consumption, as spiders are known for?
That accent
Do
was
we
like
see any of
universal,
that?
Southern
completely
French.
Like you went from the exact opposite of Southern.
I know. Dual
Well,
personality.
No,
the,
no, no,
the other
no,
the other one
no.
felt like it was being done. I felt like I was copying, and then I felt like maybe I should not do it. This I'm going to do.
You
All
can
right.
you can do Southern and French together. That's what we call the Bayou.
Yeah, Creole.
Call that
Yeah,
a
there you
lemon
go.
law.
I just need a minute, man. That
I did not mean to grind this to a halt, but
No,
this is what I do. Of course, it makes perfect sense. Please be careful with your water. I will not want you to spit take all over your control board and lose
No.
access to this valuable equipment that which we all have that
You are
often
dancing into
functions.
Russian.
Jack, like looking at the
I can't.
camera.
It's a
It's
spectrum.
going, it's going to say like, listen, he's a bit different than us, but we accept him out of the way.
Mon
I
chéri,
wonder where these
this is a
quadruplets grew up
rainbow
at. They
accent.
have
It
4
will
different
rotate
accents.
and pivot.
That's what I'm saying.
This is the reason I'm not professional. I am amateur. I do my best, but there's only so much that I can accomplish. I'm just really hoping this doesn't deviate into Jamaican.
Poor Ezzy
Nice.
hasn't been the same since that concussion. Just like-
You know, that damn Orgus, he pumps him full of drugs and does this to him.
So if you guys ain't gonna say I am, where the spiders at?
Maybe they're sleeping.
You know, if we're lucky, they ain't spiders. It's just giant silkworm.
Could be. You know,
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but a giant silkworm can also eat you.
Wait, no, okay. Man, you don't need to say that out loud, please.
No, I just want to be realistic about these things. We're not going to escape this planet alive. It's not our future. I don't even remember my name. I'm not going to survive this one shot. It's not in the cards.
Like, Jack's like looking down, mouth agape, eyes wide as he's walking. After that, was just like,
let Jack have his dreams. Like
Man.
silkworms can't eat people, Jack. It's on the HoloNet. Just Google it or HoloNet it. Oh.
Of course,
yeah,
you believe everything you see on the HoloNet.
yeah, there's some real professionals on there.
I just want to extend some appreciation to you guys. Here I was thinking my accent was a little bit too much. So thank you for just
I've
melting
just busted out the
those
girl.
fears like an ice
Lift the
sculpture under a
soap.
blowtorch. I'm kidding, you guys. It's
I have to say that I appreciate this because when I went in, I was like, maybe I should give them a personality. I was like, no, maybe they'll come up with something. You guys just ran with it in about 2 minutes.
like a gold medalist sprinter just gone. Hell yeah.
The game
even
is
know what
called Yes and.
You're right. Oh man. What are we doing
All right,
again?
no, Bobby, mammy. I'm gonna grab a rock. I'm gonna chuck in one of the web. Oh, listen, the lack of action is really putting me on edge. I bet you all feel the same. I'm just gonna throw a rock up there. What's worse that can happen?
You got a big rifle, bro. Just take a shot at it.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste ammo on this. I'll just toss a big rock.
You Jack, you might literally be stirring a hornet's nest. You realize that, right?
Hornets don't make waves. Flash cut to Hornet. Baby's like creating a silk cocoon for himself.
Right?
Just need some rock throwing hornet spiders now.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Oh
Next
no! It's everything combined that we hate.
No, I just need to
Yes,
drop
but yeah,
rocks.
he'll grab a rock as you're walking, just kind of toss it behind him up in the trees, half expecting it to do something, half expecting it to not. He's just hoping for a little bit of change in atmosphere.
And Telly carefully watches that rock's rise and eventual fall as far as he can, eyes peeled.
Yeah. So the rock goes up, and it like on the way back down, it like smacks into a tree branch, and it's actually quite quiet. But to you, it sounds like an earthquake just happened. Like it like smacks, and it's like click, and then falls to the ground. But you can just hear it go click, 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 click. Like in your mind, you could just be like, "Oh
Yeah.
my god."
At
Yeah.
least the whole forest knows we're here now.
Yeah. Well, man. Let's say we double time it up to that hill and get this thing planted already. Let's get away from this rock noise.
It was just a rock. Come on. If they were going to attack us, they'd do all right. I bet they're more afraid of us than we are them. I hope.
Have you seen the size of these webs?
Yeah, they just have a lot of time on their hands, right? Just a lot of time. I mean, what they're going to eat? Like, what kind of animals even you see out here? The only things I could guess is like these natives and stuff. I mean, they they have to be pretty big for that.
Have we, just a quick question as an aside, have we noticed any other life in the forest, or is it just web?
So you know this actually from your previous experience in there with the other group, but when you're going through here, there isn't anything. You kind of hit this barrier where the forest became a little maybe darker. There's not crickets, birds, nothing. You don't hear anything.
I thought that was the case. I just wasn't 100% sure. Jack, there's nothing in here, right? We're the only cuisine available, and you just rang the damn dinner bell.
Listen,
Look, let's
I
argue
really don't
and
like
walk.
these trees. I really don't like these trees. I don't like these waves. I just want something to happen, man. We've been traveling for so long, it's been dead quiet.
Start a fire. Start a fire. Fires are quiet.
I said, once we leave the forest, you can burn it down. I'll clear with the captain.
You know what?
In fairness, if we're going to burn down the forest, maybe we do it first. That way, the equipment we're setting up doesn't get destroyed, and we have to do it again. We start with fire, and then we build things.
Look, man.
What if the fire is faster than us? Who knows? These webs could be pretty flammable.
You're telling me you don't have a canister of anti-fire spray that you can just cover yourself with and protect yourself, like you might with the mosquitoes?
No, you
I
have
carry that around me at all times.
Yeah, there's a reason. Cause you carry that.
It's on my character sheet. I was looking it up earlier today. It says fireproof on it.
Oh, there he goes again.
So, as you guys are walking through the forest,
all right.
So as you guys are walking through the forest, you probably got maybe about a mile and a half in. You're almost there. I assume at this point, Jack is just staring at the webs, and you start to see a little movement on those webs. And at first, you can just a tiny. It almost looks like you had to like double look, like just to see it. And then you can see that the webs start kind of violently moving, and you still don't hear anything. But though it's clear that something is moving on those webs.
I made a mistake. We need to go. We need to run. Run! And he just immediately just like Takes the rock, throws it in a different direction, and just scatters, just runs, just books it.
As Antelli runs in the same general direction, he's going to shout at the top of his lungs, "Well, I hope you're happy!"
And Twister says, I am actually. At least we know the sub-E.
And so you still don't see anything yet, but you can really see that there's something coming on those webs. And so they're just, you can clearly see something's coming, and you can almost kind of feel like a little bit of tension at this point in the entire jungle. As those webs are kind of vibrating, you can see it start to spread through the entire canopy. That it's not just something, there's probably hundreds of something moving along those webs.
"It's just a rock," he said. "I'm
Should
bored."
have burned this place down. I told you, we start with fire.
I was a fool. I was a fool.
All right. Well, I'm guessing we're running, right, gang?
Oh yeah, we're all that.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely. But
man, screw.
before
Yes,
running, I would like to take a round to fire wildly as much ammunition as I can in a short period of time into the sky at the webs. Because something is clearly there, and there's like thousands of spiders with like maybe cloaking spiders or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking maybe if I hit just a few of them, some will fall, and it'll be like, yup, that's death right there. There's a ton more of that, and just diving for information. A Hail Mary.
Spring and pray.
So to
shooting
this
for an
point,
animal check.
yeah, to this point, the spiders don't know you're there, but you just sprayed ammo into the net,
What do you mean they didn't know we were there?
Violently, hundreds of spiders coming to your general location. Yes, spiders. Yes. Maybe
They
there's
were
something here.
they
I
were
felt a
hauling
rock.
us towards a rock, apparently.
Strange.
then
There was
it's
a
like,
rock
no,
that hit this branch. What could have
guys,
thrown
no,
this rock?
no. The food's this way. Pew, 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 pew.
Yep, so as you fire into the air, all of a sudden, all of those vibrations stop. And then you start to see coming down out of the trees around you large spiders.
I got it, guys. I got him. Mission accomplished.
This is not how I thought this would go.
Nish,
Okay,
these are just
so,
like giant silkworms, right?
Clearly, I have erred. If I may suggest, the rest of you run like hell
Oh yeah,
and
Nav
leave me
didn't
behind
look.
to die.
He took off. That's like Andy, you ever wonder what it'd be like to be triplets or twins?
I think we're about to find out.
God, where you go? God.
All right. Well, so we're actually going to do this in a little bit of like how it would happen in like say Blaze of the Dark, because that's kind of a fun system for skill challenges. And so how is the group going to escape? Are you going to just try to run? Or are you guys going to try to hide at this point? Maybe challenging. How does the group plan to go? Or is anyone going to stay there and fight?
Okay, so we're going a little bit more fiction on this one. Could we because I think fire probably is our best bet at this point. Could we try to set up one of our blaster packs to explode, cause a little bit of fire as we haul ass out of there?
Yeah, so you're not necessarily, so you that isn't necessarily your forte, but you could certainly kind of to give it a shot, and it would just be a straight. Nope, I give you a +1 on it, so it'd be a D20 +1, and the skill check on this is going to be a 12.
All right,
so not terribly hard.
I mean, it ain't easy though.
Hey, Hey, 12 exactly. 12.
Nice. Oh yeah. So there you go. I was like, that's an 11, but yep, you get +1. So
Thank
yeah.
God
So
for that GM pity one. Oh boy.
they actually do have +1 int. I had to look at that. And so yeah. So explain how you kind of rigged this thing up to create some fire.
So he's running, like just hauling, and he's got kind of ejects the blaster pack from his sniper rifle, and he's just muttering on his back, it's like Criffit idiots born with all these brothers, and he's just kind of like tweaking, pulling out different wires, crossing them, and attach them together, and you see him just throw it back, and he goes, "Jack, Ezzy, let's go."
Oh
Yeah. So you see it kind of blow up, and the spiders kind of freeze for a minute and almost retreat back up into the trees. And you can kind of see those webs start to go again as the spiders continue to move. But there's like still a few that are kind of following and that have kind of broken off from the pack that are moving towards you. So the group is now not necessarily in so much of a desperate position as you are about to die. But you're still in a risky spot. So what does the group kind of want to continue to do? There's maybe about 6 or 7 of these giant spiders still tailing you.
I feel like Jack is a little bit flashy in what he does. So as he's running, he's gonna haul his sniper onto his shoulder the wrong way around, pull up a mirror, and just be like, "Hey, how many of these things do you think I can hear as we run? I bet enough that they won't think of us as easy prey." And he wants to trick, he wants to, like, with a mirror and the sniper facing the wrong way as he's running for it, just like sniper facing backwards, like his arm turned around, just like kid hit a few trick shots here.
All right, doing some trick shots. So yes, someone go ahead and to roll that for you there, Burger. You can, and it'll be a +3.
Wow, this would be a time for it to be a nat one for me to not to see it. It's like I do, guys.
Is it regular?
Yeah, no, you
Okay.
yeah, and so feel free to be a little silly, right? This is supposed to be a little silly.
I thought we threw away that damn mirror.
I got you at 19. I got
Yeah.
I'm really glad we forgot to throw away that damn mirror.
Yeah, so you
pulled it out of
actually
the
hit
trash
like
can.
you hit 3 of the spiders. Like they don't go down, but even the spiders are surprised by that.
He's just got
Right.
this big goofy smile, and then he just starts running faster, just like, "All right, I used all the ammo in this one."
All right, so you're starting to gain a little bit of distance from the spiders, and you can kind of you almost feel like you're safe. That you almost feel like you could hide behind some bushes and kind of and get to a place where they can't find you. But you still hear those webs kind of overhead, and at this point you can hear scurrying. You've probably 100, 200 spiders, who knows? But they are headed towards where you were at in the camp. But it looks like you're almost in the clear. So how's the group kind of shake the last couple spiders on them?
And I'm trying to remember if spiders have a good sense of smell. I don't know if they do or don't.
I don't think so,
They do.
but I have. Oh, that was just literally my guess. That was just.
Can
Well-
I drop like a radio behind us on as we're running like heck and set it to like max volume and just like try and make like a decoy basically.
Yeah, go for it. So we'll say that's a +1 on your roll there, a DC 12.
Okay. Grab a die real quick because I don't. Okay, so that's a natural 8 that I rolled for a 9, so that
Alright.
would be a fail.
So you turn the volume up all the way, you throw the radio on the ground, and then you remember that the radios don't work.
That's that.
Oh.
Mhm. Yep. That
It might work later.
That feels on brand for something I would do. Is try something and then afterwards the DM casually tells me, "So you weren't paying enough attention, were you? Because there are reasons why this wouldn't work." And I go, I try, man. I try.
Nath
I
looks back
imagine
to
like
Telly.
oh,
Go ahead.
oh sorry. I imagine we all just turn to him as we're running as he tosses the radio. Just like you remember, right? They don't work.
What?
You try to let him
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I remember. But that's why I tried it, because I remember that wasn't gonna work.
Just ain't been the same.
I'm not a
Second
smart
concussion. Just
brother.
ain't been-
You know, the one good thing about these stressful situations is voice goes back to normal.
So you all like the group literally just stops, like, bro. Like the spiders gain on you.
All so much shade. Wow. Okay.
No, because
Okay.
it's just like we were flexing out of space, throws ammunition and creates like a blast of fire doing trick shots. Let me just drop the radio real fast. We gotta go back for that. Let's go back now.
All right,
Find
guys.
the supply.
I think he's had enough humble pie. Come on.
Sorry.
I know. It's time to make this thing a quiche. Let's throw it back in the oven. Put some eggs in there. Let's break a few more eggs. Let's do this. Let's do this. I got a whisk. I'm ready.
So pressure's on for Telly. Pressure's
Pressure's on. Okay, well, I'm gonna go with my original idea. Maybe it's stupid. I don't know. Intelli's not a freaking or arachno, whatever it is. There you go. That's all. So he's thinking, all right, well, I've got a ration. Hopefully this stinks. So I'm gonna try to tape a grenade or two to it, rip open the ration, pull the pins on the grenades, and throw it behind me. And hopefully they'll be interested in the smell and be like, oh, what's this? Death.
try to hit the radio too, just to make both plans feel like they worked. Just like-
So I'll give you a +1 on that.
+1. Okay. All right. 1d20 -1.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice. So yeah, you rip open the ration, you throw it up, it lands, it hits the radio, and you hear the radio finally squawk. It gives out a large you can tell it didn't necessarily affect you, but it was probably high pitch, and it definitely disrupted the spiders. And then you see the boom, and the spiders kind of scatter a little bit.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of a Star Wars food, but I can't. Whatever. I don't like
Nerf
quiche.
Blue milk.
Y'all can't remember bone broth?
All right. Well, I don't like bone broth pasta anyway. And
All right. So at this point, you've broken kind of line of sight. You know the spiders are still kind of following, but they can't see you. So you can actually attempt to hide now if you wanted to.
Nah, screw that. We're
Keep
setting
going?
off fireworks. Let them know exactly where we are.
I was expecting more use of the mirror personally.
He ran
Okay.
out of ammo.
Hide action.
He would.
I'm not encouraging it. I'm just saying I was expecting it. There's a difference there. a subtle one. Oh, whatever. It's these characters are born to die, right?
I mean,
tell me.
Here's the thing, given how they were, now that they see like the spiders are starting to back off a little, would these four brothers like turn to each other and go, "Let's hide," or would they go, "You know what? Let's show them who's boss."
Emboldened by the spiders. To them, retreat.
Emboldened
We're
by
just gaining.
flames of ambition.
Funny part is this is the captain's elite guard, so we're in this best
Why
of
the
his
captain
best.
got captured.
Look at
It
the
explains the rest
spiders
of our
out.
explains the rest of our crew. We're not that bad in comparison.
Like the people that survived the Dongoin weren't good. They were lucky, and their genes got passed down.
Mm.
It was a
Let's see.
raffle, but oh, hot dang, did we
It
not
was
get
a
some
raffle and
lucky
the galaxy
numbers?
lost. Poor us. Poor galaxy.
Yeah, all the people who are like, let's rally and drive them out, they died.
Ah,
Brave-
yes, the brave ones died first.
The little sniveling cowards prospered.
That also explains most of our characters, save for Talbot.
Well, he tried to fight when he got half his body blown up. That's why he's indebted to Gus. That's why
Fair enough.
And Gus was all like, "Ooh, science experiment." I mean, patient.
let's make an arm that won't stay on.
There you go. It's like I've never seen this species before, but Trandoshan-ish.
Let's wing it.
Wing it.
They
You
both
know
got
what?
scared.
Jack's gonna reload his gun, and he's gonna be popping more shots that way. Now that he's got some breathing room, got some distance, he's gonna make sure that they know not to come forward. They ain't playing around.
Yeah, all right. Let's see. So fate's going to decide +3. So someone wants to go ahead and roll that for him.
If it matters, seeing that it's like, all right, well, we're gonna make a stand here. Until he would turn around and join his dear rock throwing brother.
All right, so I'll give you a choice. You can all make rolls, and then it'll be pass or fail 3 times, or I'll let you take average. If for anyone who wants to kind of join in and fight off the spiders,
What's the DC? Is it 12?
it'll just be a 12.
Okay.
Hmm.
Let's do some
That
average.
is on average.
I don't know if I like the math on that on our end. I'm not a statistician or anything, but
Because we got to get a 9 or better. So it's like a 45% chance.
oh,
Or
actually,
sorry,
no, wait, never. That's right.
55% chance.
That's right. +3. All right, you're
Yeah.
right. I can.
Guys, our characters are not mathematicians. They don't know about the rolls.
You're
They
right.
just make a gut instinct that's usually a bad decision. If it's me, if it's my character, that's what we do.
Yeah,
So
no,
I stand and fight and roll regardless.
you're absolutely right. It'd be shitty and metagamey of me. Be like, oh, only a +3. Oh, no. I said it. I'm doing it. Let's go.
Let's start
All
blasting.
right, 4
All right, so
rolls.
D20.
We're the
plus
elite.
3.
Let's see how the elite does.
Hey, there we go.
That's a good start. Damn. All right.
Oh my god.
All of us. Oh,
Bro, what spiders?
Okay, real fast.
That is how you rally.
Clue me in. What did we just roll? Because you guys looking very impressed.
16, that 20 for Ezzy, a 15, and then a 22. So we just turn around and like SEAL Team 6 it pretty much. Like we
They shouldn't have given us room. We were snipers.
Yeah.
I
So
What, you
turn
gonna do a
around
run
with my
50
nat
miles
20.
back? Yes.
And out of nowhere, I pull out a mobile suit and just start gunning down the entire forest with automatic weapons.
Feels good.
That's just what I assume happens. I don't know. I'm not God narrator.
so the group stops being chased by these giant spiders with hundreds of spiders going overhead. They find a little bit of a clearing, so they're like, yeah, I got 45 feet of space. They're being bared down on these spiders, and they just unload. Explain how you drop all of the spiders. Give me a breakdown of there's like 6 spiders coming at you, giant spiders. How are you gunning them down here?
I like to think that since we are blood brothers, quadruplets, together at birth, we are very much in tune. Is that fair to say?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, guys. I don't
Oh,
want.
yeah.
I don't want to take the reins on this by myself.
No. Let's do it.
And with the coordinated assault that only a lifetime of growing up together can bring, we fire away. We coordinate. We use one to trip the other. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Something make it more flashy. I'm kind of. I'm
I imagine, if, like at one point, each of us lets off a shot, and each one of those shots goes after one eye on a single war shark spider.
Like we managed to get them down to one. We share this look of satisfaction and just blam.
Izzy looks oncoming onslaught. Looks at the pistols in his hands. That would be too easy. Drops them. Time to go hand to hand with 1,000 giant spiders. Grips one by the leg and begins to spin it whirlwind style, spinning through the masses as they're mowed down by his brothers.
God damn,
that's what happens when I roll.
He's a goddamn hero.
Oh man,
I'm joining him. Here,
Sorry, this is what happens when I roll a natural 20.
So something out of only an anime clip. Sniping them down as you run in, flipping through, knifing the spiders. Apparently, eye shot every time. And you lay waste to the spiders chasing you. You can start to feel the vibrations of the webs overhead start to lessen, as you can tell that the rest of the spiders have passed.
I crawl to the top of the mountain of dead spiders, stand atop, and look out in wonder. Who will climb this mountain
So
and
he's all
take
that's as tall as the hill.
my crown from me?
So he's just on top of the 6 spiders. And Nath looks over to Telly like, we gotta find him a real doctor, bro. We can't keep taking him to us.
No, listen. You can't get these results anywhere else than Gus.
you know, I think it's just sugar water at this point. I think he's just pretending to be a doctor now.
Like I said though, I think that mountain's as big as the hill. You wanna set up the supplies on top of this? I mean, we're close enough to the hill. We just set up on this. Tell him, yeah, we got it. It's all good. He won't know the difference. And if he does, what's he gonna say? So I found out that you put on top of a giant mound of spiders you killed.
I mean, spider corpses aren't all that structurally sound. I mean,
are you sure? They look pretty tough to me.
Yeah, bro, they're gonna start rotting eventually, and then things will get lower and lower and covered in spider gunk.
By the time they start rotting, we'd be coming back, and we could just grab the supplies again.
I'm not getting out of spider gunk.
Oh, yeah, man.
Thematically, though, may I make a suggestion? Because I've gone full Russian. It's a natural voice for me. If I may make suggestion, it is Spooktober. Okay. What would be more thematically beautiful than to take this enormous mountain of dead spiders and then put our own tools over them and then wait for the sequel as the haunted grounds of these beasts that we've desecrated come back to haunt us.
Listen, I didn't understand a word you said, but I agree with you. Because I think you agreed with me.
I just think it's be thematically interesting to see what happens.
As put your radio on top of it.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
do. I
All right.
absolutely put my radio on top of it.
Okay.
I leave it on full blast, and
Yeah,
it,
two
it
radios.
continues to be ineffective.
So you put it on top of the pile of spiders, which is actually just like maybe 8 foot off the ground. You could reach it.
It's taller than I am. Taller than I
Yeah. Job well done, boys. The sergeant's gonna give us a visible
Mission
bonus for this athlete.
accomplished.
I love that they gave us this like super important mission to. All right, guys, we got to reestablish communications. Go ahead and make your way to that hill there, and it's like, all right, well, let's just let's stack some spider bodies, throw in a handheld communicator on top, and pat ourselves on the back. Guys, we did it. We've
I mean,
conquered the stars.
They sent the honor guard, the scouts. That don't we're fighters. We ain't I think we can put together this crew right here ain't the brightest in the bunch.
But
I mean,
we absolutely have a mission accomplished banner behind us.
I'm starting to get the feeling that the sergeant didn't send you out front because you're the best.
yeah. I on my end, I'd like to imagine that our dearly concussed brother also has hallucinations as a result of this.
Yo.
And sees everything that was just described.
He thinks he just climbed a mountain.
Climbed a mountain of spiders. There were 5. Mission accomplished. It's just the webs waving in the wind.
I can see so far from up here on the mountain.
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
Izzy.
he can?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I think he went back for a second. I think I saw that glimmer in his eyes again.
All right.
Well, let's go see that hill for poodles and giggles. At least we can ascribe it to the captain. If he asked us what the hill looked like, we can say, "Oh, yeah, it looks like this."
Yeah. That's why.
A bunch of legs, a couple of blaster holes in them.
No.
Pretty good hill.
This one. He's gonna go ahead and pull the map that the sergeant gave him, and like this hill, I think. Hold on, I think I'm looking at it wrong.
Like turns it upside down, so it's a crevice. I don't think that's a hill.
No. He's gonna
like a divot.
he's gonna grab it instead of grabbing the map and moving. He's gonna grab his head and kind of try to tilt it a little bit. And then he's gonna make the
I
map
see.
halfway. Yeah, there you go.
He's
bud. There you go.
diagonal.
Yes, that's right.
You should really show that this like last out.
Lord.
I love this game so much.
This is fantastic. So, you're relatively close on the map. If you wanted to still go to the hill, you could still go to the hill to set up communications.
I thought,
Let's do it. Let's finish the job.
Yeah. Let's pack it up and go. All right. I mean, we go.
Yeah, so you go back and it's once again kind of really eerily quiet now that the spiders have passed. Almost like a migration of them. Like it's a strange behavior out of spiders, you would notice, but they almost moved as kind of one unit through the entire forest. But you kind of make it to where there's a spot on the map, and you can tell it does actually. There's a little bit of a hill. It actually crests over the hill, the trees a little bit. As you climb up, the radios start to work, and you can kind of communicate back with base.
All right. Well, Nah, let's not do that. All right. Like, I guess Intelli will go ahead and pick up his radio and, click, click. Sarge, you read?
So you don't hear anything from the camp, but you do hear back another voice, and it's Chief Engineer Zazimir. So you're actually communicating back with the Genesis, and so Zazimir will jump on. He goes, "Engineer Mir, who is this?"
Hail, Sazi!
And you hear silence for a sec, and you just go, Jack. It just cuts off.
Is it like deadpan? Just Jack. No. I'm Jack. You're Zazie.
Click. Is the sergeant around?
No.
Just us, the best of the best.
That's right.
And the sergeant trusted you with a radio? I thought
Hell
he
yeah!
Three of them.
Hmm.
Hey,
I was
trust me, we
clear
needed
that you were
all
not
three.
to. Interesting. I was very clear with the sergeant that he was never to give you a radio again after the last incident.
We're elite soldiers, sir. We desecrated a mound of spiders.
Yeah. For
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
You hear him come back on. He's like, I'm busy. I'm busy. What is it?
Are we supposed to tell him something?
That's a good, like you almost look at it like, well, what's the message again? So we're supposed to say just like, oh, we doing pretty good out here. Luckily, the spiders have intact the main bit. Hey guys, we ain't there to defend the campground. I just realized that. There's a lot of spiders that just got wrapped.
And you do.
Oh, great.
You hear Zazie come back in. He goes, can you hand it over to the captain? He hasn't checked in a few days. I would like to talk to him about the status update of the modifications
that.
he requested.
Bluff check time, people.
Silence radio.
Jumps back on. The captain is there. Your job is to protect the captain. He is by you, I assume. Click.
We had
Oh,
orders from Sarge. He said the captain needed some alone time, so that's why he sent us to go reestablish communications. So Sarge is protecting him. If anything happens, it's Sarge's fault.
oh, that's good to hear. I was scared that we were incompetent for a sec. Said loud with the radio on.
And you hear him click back in. He goes, oh, geez, this just gets better. Apparently, also, there's the crazy robot and his friends that are also headed to help the captain. So good luck with that.
Wait, which ones?
And you hear him click back in. And he goes, Revelation, Reneration, I don't know. They all went. Click.
Isn't one of them like translating droids with claws for hand? Why are you sending those after us? There's no mutiny on there, is there?
I went to the one of their museums once. It was really quite interesting to see their take on things.
Man, I bet that place a death trap, huh? Like, you
Oh
don't
yes,
see a lot of
absolutely,
people coming
but not
out of
for
there.
elite soldier.
He kept saying he wanted me to be an exhibit on there, and I can't go back there.
Yeah, just.
I told Forrest to put on the restraining bolts. I don't know why he hasn't. That and the crazy doctor. He's not a doctor. He just starts going off on the group.
No, they seem to have many redeeming qualities. I don't know why you hate so much. They seem like, especially that one that's always drinking. I feel like he's great. He has he seems great.
Well, I did hear he's
Yeah,
starting
he-
his own winery. It's pretty shit now, but maybe it'll be good.
I saw
He
him
even
roast
carries like
ox on a burning vehicle. Guy's got some thinking to him.
he even carries some rifle with him like a real weapon. Everyone else, I know you can see the stomach. I haven't seen him carry a gun yet.
Last time I saw him, he was just having a drink and the arm fell right off. Like just lifted his mug and the arm came off.
Who made that arm?
Well, Gus, the same guy that's treating Ezzy.
Okay, listen, I know I was like, nah, he's a good doctor. Maybe we do want to get a new doctor.
I'm telling you, it's sugar water.
No, his drugs are great. They make you feel so good.
Listen, I'll say we
So
each
good.
take the drug next time around. We'll be able to see real face. It'll either be an interest in that, or we just know. Oh, we should probably get back to the captain. Those spiders probably go after.
Oh yeah.
You hear Zazie go, "You're supposed to let go of the button when you do not want to talk to me. I don't care about any of that. Go find the captain. Go find the crazy robot and his friends. I don't care. Zazie out." Just like
Wait.
That's just so
Did
rude.
they bring?
That's
Did
so
you
rude.
make sure they didn't take the spinner again? I want to turn on one of those things. Darcy?
you just hear silence.
Well,
I guess we gotta hoof it back to the camp. But we all blame Sarge if something happens, right?
Sarge did it.
Sarge did.
Well, Sarge did it.
And Zazie talked our ear off, and that's why we took so long.
Yeah. Oh. How could something so small talk so damn much?
I like to imagine like we're still standing in the exact same spot as we're saying this was yet to move and take off.
I feel like, I don't know if Zazie can still hear us. I feel like somebody still has their thumb down on the gun.
Yeah, you hear him beat back in. I heard that.
No, you did.
I just assume that we put some duct tape over the buttons so we don't have to push it all the time. That just seems like the smart thing to do. I don't know why it wouldn't just be made that way.
Like it's half over the radio bit, so we have to listen a bit closer.
Oh man.
Otherwise, if I'm being brutally torn apart by spiders, who's going to hear my screams? My last words, my thoughts, my poetic, death hollow thoughts.
The birds.
The spiders.
Yeah, screw the birds.
I mean, tree in the
If they were
forest.
good birds, they'd be getting eaten by spiders instead of me.
All right, and with that, I imagine we finally just started.
All right. Yeah.
All right, so you guys are heading back to the camp.
Hey,
All right,
if there was supposed to be a Deus Ex Machina, I think these guys have arrived pretty late.
I know. I'm really hoping these survive because these are awesome characters now.
Oh yeah.
Look,
Hey, if we
All right.
TPK,
You can't make
we
this
got
stuff up.
our new characters are made for us.
There
There you go.
What you don't know is that this is not a set of 4 brothers. It's a set of 9. The other 5 are out there somewhere with very similar personalities. Even one for force.
Is this the kind of game you had in mind, Keith?
Sometimes you just roll with it.
Yes,
man.
and yes, and
Yes, and
Now back
Yes.
to death.
All right, so you guys can make it back to the camp. As you're going through, you don't hear anything. And as you start to approach, you don't hear anything in the camp either.
Hey, yo, come! You're out there!
I howl into the sky, looking for my friends, for the captain, hoping he will hear me and let us know where he is.
Like, and like, how back?
I don't know. I'm just trying to
'Cause
make
I love that. I hope that's what you're hoping for.
like what? Like you're baying. Like if we hear more baying in the distance, should we be scared?
Or relieved.
I mean,
Like we. Thank God the captain's okay.
I get when I say howl, I guess what I mean is really loudly, more like a
yeah,
scream. You're
like
like,
like holding a dog
Okay.
holding a bark, baying,
That
just
is
like
very
oh.
different than what I had in mind.
Jack, I feel like you
Apologies.
should throw a few rocks to add to the howl too. If we're just telling
Hey,
the whole
you're right. Hey, you.
I already thought he was announcing our presence, so I thought I'd just, really.
Yeah. So as you come up to the camp, and it's eerily silent, and you're thinking
Not
maybe
anymore.
something's wrong, your first reaction is, "Hey, anyone in there?"
Hey, oh, you
And
guys good?
you start to hear a little bit of
Captain, you
skittering.
peeing?
No, here's the best part. Like us as a party never found any remains of these guys.
And so as you kind of approach, you see you kind of see through the clearings a little bit, and all you see are these cocooned bodies on the ground being drug away by these large spiders. So it looks like they have. You don't know if the victims are alive or dead. You kind of assume that they're probably alive to this point, and they're just being drug away by these spiders. And there's, all of your comrades. You don't see the captain. You don't see the sergeant. You just see them kind of all these cocoon bodies, like the camp has been
How many
overrun.
bodies are there?
You probably see about a dozen, but you also know that they had already taken some away. You don't see any non-cocoon bodies on the ground, though. You don't see anyone dead.
Is there like a long, with the string pulling them? Is there like a decent length between like the spider and like the person's body?
Yeah, like not, maybe like a couple feet, but they're like very close, and they're like dragging the kind of the bodies away.
Perfect. So Nash is gonna pull out his sniper rifle and try to take a shot at the string of the nearest one to see if he can burn it up.
Yeah.
Can we toss him do we have a silencer we could toss him for the style and stuff?
I don't know. Is that something you guys would have equipment on?
Doesn't seem like our crew would have silence.
Not even.
I feel like we'd have him
we're
in
not a
louder.
solo.
Yeah, right. It's like, wait, is that forethought? What?
Here, let me.
Stealth?
If anything, I feel like what we would have is we would have an amplifier that we hook up to our sniper rifle, so that while we're shooting, we hear some sick rock beats. Like that feels like what we would have to really announce our thing ourselves.
I'm imagining like us tuning our weapons to sound differently so we can try to make beats as we're fighting.
Oh,
Like that kind
I
of
love
subtleness.
that.
Tapping out a rhythm. I like it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like we'd be that ridiculous.
So you put on your silencer, load it up, and you fire it. Instead of silence, you hear this boom, loud like bass drum going off.
Hell yeah. All right.
And
Yeah, it'll
what
be
does he hit?
a +3. So, was your roll already? That's
Oh, I didn't roll yet.
Yeah, hey, there you go. So you actually tag the string just enough that it starts to fray and snap. But as you do that and you hear this boom, and all the group probably is like, yeah. you see the spiders start to reorientate, and you've drawn some attention.
Bro, shoot the
On
web so
brand.
we can keep our friends here.
All right, let me get the mirror out.
Yeah, don't let my sick beat drop on its own.
Play
yeah,
that
yeah.
fucking music.
Yeah, so we're about to make some music here. Oh, that's such a cool way of saying like we're about to fight. We're about to make some music.
The sweet sounds of battle. All right. Yeah. I guess I'm gonna join. I'm gonna join in the the chorus of pew pew. Should I? Same thing. D20
Yeah,
plus 3.
yeah.
Okay. That is not on rhythm.
That is not. That is. We are not in sync.
Guys, these musical guns was probably
Oh,
a
it is.
stupid idea.
Backstreet is not bad. All right.
Yeah.
Yo,
So you hear
how
the
bad is it right now?
Should you
I just rolled for. Oh, yeah. So Jack is just killing it again.
Woo!
yeah. So
Burger, should we roll one
you
for
hit
you?
2. The other 2 just go completely wide, skip off the ground, almost hit one of the cocoons. but you do make a sick beat. And the spiders are very entertained by this. And you now start to see not only spiders coming at you on the ground, you quickly see spiders come and try to recapture the cocoon bodies, and you see spiders starting to come out of the trees. You are quickly going to be overwhelmed. Unless, you're Jack, who thinks you can probably just fight them all off.
All right, I'm almost out of ammo. I'm going melee. Just like as it's clear he's about to like try and jump on one of the spiders and use that as like the high ground. His intention.
Do the cocoons look like they're like moving at all, or are they
No.
like pretty still? Okay.
No, if you wanted, you'd have to kind of get closer to know, and you could try to maybe carry one of the cocoons away, but you would kind of know that they're not going to break free on their own. They've probably been subdued.
Oh, definitely. So it's completely still.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see if it's worth cutting them out, but they're probably just knocked out.
Yep.
Oh.
Is the group gonna try to fight off these spiders? I will say that you will be overwhelmed. There's probably not a lot of opportunity to not.
I mean, if we all get nat 20s, who knows?
Yo, it's
Nash is about to grab the body bag he shot. They're trying to body bag the cocoon that he shot free. And he's gonna try to dip. So he's like, "Bros, we gotta go."
All right.
Whoa. Wait, but my kill count, I got the lowest kill count right now.
oh god. So hearing this
I've just been hitting them joints.
and Telly was like mouthing, all right, 5, 6, 7, 8, and here's this, and he's like, oh, all right, yep, don't want to die, don't like spiders.
All right, so you're gonna try to run in and grab the cocoon.
Nash is gonna try to get the one he shot off. Yeah.
All right, and so I'll have you make a it'll be
athletics.
Yeah, I lost my sheet here. Sorry. It'll be I'll let you do a +3. So I'll let you use Dex. So it'll be a +3 to kind of quickly weave in between these spiders. However, it'll be at disadvantage. The group can help here though. If you want to try to cover them, you get 1 success, it'll be normal. 2 successes, I'll give you advantage on that. So the group can kind of try to cover your approach if they want to.
Is it safe to say that you're like saying something along the lines of I'm going in, or I'm going to get so-and-so, or?
Oh yeah, he kind of yells as he starts to take it off. Yeah, I shot that one. I'm gonna grab him.
Okay.
He owes me a life debt.
Oh lordy! All right.
I
Well,
hadn't thought of that.
following that cue, yeah, he'll go ahead and try to help.
Covering fire.
All right, and it'll be a +3, and everyone can take one shot to try to get a success. Oh, so the first shot goes wide. Second shot hits. And
I'll
okay, so
throw
that
in
will
a
be
shot.
all right. So that's 2 successes. All right, so that'll be actually advantage instead of disadvantage for your
Sweet.
attempt to grab the cocoon.
Yeah, and Jack hit for Burger.
Ah,
All right, so
With a
let's do
12
2d20.
exactly.
So 18, so 21.
Nice. So you kind of expertly go and dive in right as a spider's about to hit you or take a bite at you. Jack pops him, allowing you to kind of weave in, grab the cocoon, and run out. So now you've managed to save one. You don't know who it is. Actually, go ahead and give me, let's go a D10.
And as he's doing, the Nash is running to the beat his brothers are making as he's going through.
Yeah, you dive in with the rhythm here. So, what all sounds do your guns mean? So the first one is a big bass drum, right? Like, what sounds are here?
let's go with like a symbol, like a tss.
Nice. Okay.
My gun is a power metal vocalist. It's
There's some guns that actually sound like screaming.
Nice. All right. So,
I'll go with a gun that sounds like synth waves.
all right. So we got some techno. We're dropping the techno beats over here. And so yeah. So you're able to grab the cocoon, run out. Okay, 6. Okay. And you're able to kind of run away. Are you going to try to escape? Or are you going to try to go back and get more? The spiders at this point, they are not happy about this, and they are closing the distance on the other party members.
I don't think we can save anymore. I think we gotta get the heck out of here. We got one, which is more than I expected we would. Let's run.
I just really hope it's the captain.
If it's the sergeant, you're in trouble.
Would we have any way to like mark these guys to be able to like follow the trail later? Like throw Ezzy's comm back on there so we can trace the comm or something? Or
Could we
bad-
fire like a tracer bolt at one?
I'll let you decide if that's something you'd have on your person.
Well, we're the elite of the elite. I mean, we probably have pretty cool gear.
Do you guys want to roll for it? See if we got it, or
hey, that's fine too.
Yeah.
It feels honest.
all right,
I don't
somebody
like
roll
it.
for it. Yeah.
Give us a number, old Grand GM.
Guess what? It'll be 11 or higher.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. That's not how you do 1d20.
Hey, they trust us enough to give us a tracers. They trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we'll
he has a sweet
say
spot for us.
yeah, and so you've got the tracer round. I'll say you already tagged one of the spiders that you had shot. So yeah, so you'll be able to tag the spiders and see where they go.
Or maybe not the spiders, but maybe the
one of the corpses.
victims that the
Yeah.
Okay.
corpses. I'm hoping they're not corpses.
Hoping,
the
yeah.
corpses the to be corpses, maybe.
Yeah, yay, a graveyard. We did it.
So I actually did not mean corpses. That was,
We did a team. We
Fuck the Jedi Master retcon.
saved the crew. The crew currently dead inside, like soup.
Yeah, so I'll let you guys decide then. How are you able to tag one of the kind of the cocoon bodies?
I mean, I would just assume that it's a special kind of ammunition that we can fire from our sniper rifles.
Okay.
Like an
We just
attachment?
shoot it. Yeah.
Yeah, so kind of as you're retreating, you'll tag one of the cocoons with the ammunition, and the spiders wouldn't know what it is, or they'd probably ignore it. So
There might be
Yeah.
like a little flashing red thing or something on it, but
yeah, and so
I-
now you'll be able to wherever they take assuming they all take them to the same spot, you'll be able to find them later.
I'm
All right, now
imagining
we run. Now we
a trick
scatter.
shot involving a mirror.
All right. So now we're gonna try to kind of run away a little bit. So are you just kind of flat booking it? Is that kind of the plan?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And so here's going to be the challenge with this. We'll do. Do you guys want to do individual rolls, or do you want to do an average?
I feel like average is fitting for this one.
Yeah, I'm down for the average.
Good call,
all for
because
one and
Keegan, you
one
have
for all.
disadvantage
Fair.
because you're carrying the guy.
Okay.
So D20 plus 3 or just a straight or D20?
D20 plus 3. I'll let you keep Dex for this, as you're kind of weaving in between the trees.
Oh,
12?
So-
Or I don't know if 12 is a DC, but
All right, so okay, 12, 12, ooh, 5.
oh, let me roll one for
Yeah.
Burger.
yeah, I'm bringing down the average so hard.
And 15. I don't think you made it. Average. Yeah.
Hopefully
right,
the average
so-
isn't something like 11. That'd be really sad.
So the as you're trying to book it away, one of them trips and falls. I think Casper, you have Ezzy. Is that
Yeah,
yeah?
yeah, I
Ezzy
think
kind
that's
of
like the character's name. Yeah.
yeah. He trips and falls, and the spiders start to gain, and the group has to make a decision. Do you leave Ezzy, or do you attempt to get him out of there?
I'll
I have so much left to live for. I'm too young to die. I'm
I
too pretty.
I like the accent, Rob. This isn't in character, but I have so much left to live for. No, you don't. Not in character because I think Jack would without hesitation go back for him.
Oh yeah.
My- I have a wife and family waiting for me. Off
No, you
world.
don't.
Many illegitimate children.
The brain damage is gonna get him eventually, guys.
yeah. We try to find a pattern.
He's a
It always
vocalist,
works.
though.
All right, so I'm guessing Jack's gonna go back, and then Telly might try to stick behind and provide covering fire, pick off the ones that are getting closest. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Jack.
Also, Burger, we did get 11 on the average. We did go.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One-
I think the reason I'm being singled out is because I rolled a 5.
Yeah.
Well, so Keith, am I going to attack roll with a +3, or how would you like to play it?
Yeah, I'll let you keep +3. So I'm going to keep, we'll say this is dexterity or athletics. And so everyone go ahead and give me a roll. And then Ezzy, you can give me a roll to try to recover and get out of there too.
Nope.
My role will be helping out as
I'll try to help out Azzy. All right, I'll roll that
Yep.
for you. So this is for Jack. Unfortunately, it's my first bad roll for you, Jack. You got a 9.
And so Jack was
Yay.
trying to provide cover fire.
Or Jack was trying to pick him up, I think.
Oh, okay.
pick him up.
Yeah.
So they're just tripping over each other.
All
And
right. let's-
Nath would try to have some cover fire, but I think he'd probably be at disadvantage with trying to hold a guy and shoot.
Oh yeah.
Based on my 2, I like
You
to think
did
that the
good.
cover fire just shot me in the leg as I was trying to get back up.
So actually, the cover fire is going to give you advantage. So I'm going to let you roll one more time on that. So that's
Okay,
a 21. So as you're balancing the body, taking a shot, you drive one of the spiders back, maybe provide a little bit of an opening.
And a sick beat, too.
And a sick beat.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm rolling one more time.
Yep. Yeah. Just go ahead and give me another straight roll.
I don't want to live. It seems quite clear based on these dice.
All
What-
right.
what did you
so
get?
now,
A 7.
Yeah, not
Oh.
enough.
so Jack and you guys are still safe. Unfortunately, Ezzy, man, I'm getting these names all confused now. Ezzy and Telly, right? You guys are in a desperate state. So another fail, and you will be succumb to the spiders. So you can try to help them escape, or you can escape yourself. For
I think you mean Ezzy and Jack, because Jack was the one to try to pull him back up.
Yep, yeah. So Ezzy and Jack, you guys are going to get another roll to escape, and if you fail it, that's that. The other two, you can try to help them by providing more cover fire, or you can just run. If you provide cover fire and they fail, all 4 of you are in a desperate spot.
Okay. Well,
What would happen if we tried to fight off the spiders a bit more? Could that buy us a bit more time, or would that just be succumbed?
You would succumb, but you could make it easier for the other ones to get away.
As you get out here.
I feel like that's essentially taking a bucket against the ocean at this point, though. Like, it's coming no matter what. It's a wave of spiders. You boys want to go.
Katrina's on its way, but I got a bucket. That Devi can break. I don't care. I've got.
I have it.
That levy
I
can
got
break.
the
bucket. We're good.
All right. Well, Antelli's going to try to provide another shot because family, right? So
Jack's like half started to run until he sees the telly shoot and goes, criff it. It turns around and tries to lend a hand.
All right.
Okay.
So you're going to try to help and get everyone out of there?
I think so.
yes.
All right. Okay.
I rolled +3 for that. So
All right.
Would have been that
will
20,
get
but still
tied
a
for some-
22.
Nice. Okay, so the other 2, you both get advantage on this then. So the cover fire is giving you a little bit of opening. See if you can get out of this desperate spot.
It is time for double nat 1.
The cover fire saves you.
So one more for Burger. Hey!
okay.
All right, so you've gotten out. So explain how you somehow managed to get everyone out of this spot where you are just being bared down by these spiders.
The same way we end up finishing every mission. Pure dumb luck.
I feel like our squad, like, when like shit gets real, like just like flips on like actual like soldier mode.
Yeah.
Just like precision kicks in, like their quadruplet brain like actually starts coordinating together.
So I feel like just like instinctively, without even sending a message, you guys point at 2 trees opposite, hit them just right so they fall, and block the spiders out. Like 2 feet in front of the other 2 that are stranded.
Perfect.
All right, and so now you're kind of at a desperate spot, and it'll just take one more pass, and then you guys will be free. You guys can
Hey
try
guys, you wanna know
to
something?
hide, or you can continue to run. Your choice. You've broken kind of line of sight, so they can't see you anymore. By the way, you guys are really good at hiding.
Okay,
Oh,
listen.
oh,
Well,
I-
He
that's
mentioned
okay, man.
casually, aloud, for no reason in particular.
Mhm.
Hey guys,
I
I
think
think
in light of that,
we're the best.
Yeah, right. Well, hide? Yeah, you guys want
We haven't tried to hide yet.
That's a
haven't
good
tried to
choice.
hide.
That's a good
Yeah.
choice. So you get a
Uh,
+7.
Oh, we're very good at hiding.
is there perhaps a spider hole nearby we could hide in?
a funnel. Okay, we got. Listen, I know. Like on my track going on there, the first thing I see is like probably a dozen funnel spiders. I know what those things hunt the field mice out there. You do not want to go into a spider hole.
No.
Nice.
I'd like to hide in behind a thick bush.
Yeah, so there's a lot of foliage. You can easily dip into the bushes, slide down a hill, whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah. Nash dives into the bushes using the body as cover.
Yep, there we go. Oh
I
man.
pull out a
Same.
cardboard box decorated like a fake rock and go underneath it.
Why not?
Okay, Snake.
No, it's Jack.
All right, give me some rolls. Let's see if you guys can
Jack in the
make it out
box.
here.
Oh god.
So whenever he needs to come out of stealth, it's just like both closely.
Well, Jack, your stealth worked really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
19.
The
for
Jack in
you.
the Box strategy works. Rock in the middle of the road.
How is the crank on the side hidden?
That's the funny thing. It's on the inside. So he just
Is
like
this,
whenever he gets
alright.
bored, he just drinks it. Da-da-da-da.
So, quick question: is this an average kind of a situation?
I was just gonna say,
or-
for this one, either you all get found or you don't get found, and so I'm gonna say that this is an average. And so, what, a 22 and 11. So you guys are good. So you guys kind of to duck down. You hear the spiders kind of searching a little bit more, and eventually they skitter up in the trees and disappear. And so now you have this cocoon, and you know the spiders are gone. I assume you kind of wait there a little while until it kind of goes back to that eerie silence.
Definitely hang out there. Nash will try to cut open the cocoon, though, and try to get that guy some breathing room.
Yeah, so you cut it open. You see that he is alive. He's still like breathing, but you can tell he's almost like sedated. And it is the sergeant.
Dang it! No. Oh, we're in
Sergeant.
so much trouble.
Kill him.
Nah, he owes me a life debt now. I saved his life.
I'm-
Yeah,
I
Like-
bet
I
no
outranked
accent
the
in
stars
character.
Mhm.
Kill him now.
now.
Hold on. Jack's gonna walk up to the sergeant saying that he's sedated, just like,
Okay, there's two ways we can go about this. The silly way, or I can pour some water on his face, see if that wakes him up. We need his brilliant tactical mind for this. Or I think I still got some markers on me.
Yeah, just write all our names on him. He's ours now. He's
wow.
All right, so Jack.
sound it out, bro. Sound it out.
Jack. Wait, okay, two C's. There we go. Nash. What's your other two names again?
All right, so you guys spend some time trying to figure out how to write your names. which takes longer than you'd like to admit. And so the sergeant does kind of come around, but you can tell he's like extremely weak. He's still a little bit out of it, but you think he's probably going to be okay, just given a little bit of time.
Hey, Sarge, how you doing?
So he kind of wakes up. He's like, "Oh, I've been saved," and he opens his eyes and he goes, "Ah, God, no."
No, this is.
He's
We're
like,
saving you.
yeah, he almost like
Now,
pulls the
he's-
cocoon up and he's like, "I wish they would have taken me."
I just want to remind you that we've just finished writing our names on him. So he is absolutely high off magic marker fumes. So he might not even recognize us.
And so in the distance, you kind of hear what sounds like you guys are still fairly close to the camp, and you hear what sounds like maybe a robot in his robotic voice saying, let's do a group photo. And you hear some people like kind of stomping around in the camp, and you hear a click, and then you hear, I assume, one of them screams like a girl. I'm not going to say who. And a fight break out.
It's like, imagine we are looking at this and like weighing on to like, do we help this? Nah.
I love that the last fight was going so bad. You're like, let's throw him a lifeline.
And
What are you
so
looking at? I'm out of ammo. Let's go.
And so now we're gonna flash forward back over to the group, and we're not gonna do it tonight. We're gonna wrap this up in a few minutes. I apologize we didn't do a break. But so as the group is fighting desperately for their lives, all of a sudden the group is going to hear what can only be sound like a terrible tech band. And you just hear this sick beat drop, just boom, boom, wee! and that's kind of where we're going to open up next session.
Nice.
So you will have a little bit of aid in the next fight.
You know what will be the worst possible thing?
What?
Us controlling the characters, we get all these good rolls, barely on the DC. If they just don't hit a single shot.
They just show up and they're useless.
The cavalry's here.
Pretending to shoot the gun.
We're just here. That's it. We're not going to do anything, but we've arrived. Oh man.
Yep. And that's where we'll pick up next session. So we'll go back to the group. The group will see if with a little bit of aid from what do you guys want to call the four brothers here? Let's just think of a name for them.
I don't know why. I'm not. Ooh. You look inspired. You look inspired.
What is that?
Soggy Bottom Boys from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Unfortunately, I don't get that.
You've never seen?
Oh, it's basically the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
With like George Clooney.
But legally distinct and unique for copyright purposes.
I don't think Homer's gonna sue.
I'm pretty sure ancient Greek stories are in public domain.
Oh yeah,
What do I-
copyrighted. Like, the Greeks have
think
very
that.
good
You think
copyright.
You think? Oh man, that'd be wild.
Man rises from the grave. My copyright has been infringed.
My creative material is being misused. I must take to the legal system and exact vengeance.
Well, yeah, I'm fine with Soggy Bottom Boys. Why not?
All right.
I mean,
Why not? So the Soggy Bottom Boys are going to show up and
The most elite of the elite, being personal guard for the captain, sent to the front lines by the sergeant often. What are they called? Soggy Bottom Boy.
It's so bad.
We were in a tight spot.
But the Soggy Bottom Boys have arrived with a 6-beat.
This is be. It's gonna be fun seeing how our crew reacts to that.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
and-
one
Now it
has
makes
been
more
to my
sense.
museum. I like him.
Yeah, and so I appreciate everyone. I just wanted to kind of do something a little more lighthearted to kind of kick this back off. It's been a little while. I really appreciate all the role playing. It was fantastic. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. And then we'll kind of get back into a little bit more serious. As serious, I guess, as this group gets. Campaign,
It's
next
entirely my fault. I don't know how to do serious. I can't help it.
session.
Perfect. So join us 2 weeks. I don't know what that date would be. The 1st November. So join us 1st November for next session of Stranded. Come through next week for Invasion as they go through their testimony in front of the Senate. That's going pretty well so far for the crew. Decently well. Looking forward to Caesar jumping in there. He was held back a little bit so he couldn't testify right away. And then join us for sure next Wednesday for our game of the month, Aliens. Come through and maybe be one of the lucky winners that gets a copy of the PDF. And that one's gonna be pretty lethal too. I'm looking forward to it. The system looks fun. It looks like it's a great sci horror system, so it should be a blast. So come through, hang out with us. All right. I don't think any of my friends are on right now, so we'll just see you guys next time. Till later.